Hi Scorpio, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome in if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. This is going to be a weekly reading for the week of August 2nd through the 8th. And the big news this week is that at the end of the week on the 8th is Lionsgate, the Lionsgate portal. It is a new moon in Leo as well. So what is Lionsgate? Well, it is a configuration in space where the star Sirius is in alignment with the sun and the earth. It is a very potent time for energy. Leo is a very energetic season to begin with. We are in Leo season. And the Leo new moon lends well to an auspicious new beginning because it sits right between these two parentheses, the 1st degree and the 29th degree of two full moons in Aquarius. Wow. Remember that Aquarius is about independence, freedom, shock, awe, surprises, and changes, right? So it's a big time. All right, Scorpio. Also this week, I do want to say that we have Venus and Mars both in the sign of Virgo. That really does help us align yin yang, mind, body, spirit. Hopefully not over-analyzing too much or getting too much scrutiny involved, because then we get bogged in the details and we forget the big picture. So there's just a little tidbit about that. All right, right now I am shuffling for you from the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and since these two full moons in Aquarius sandwiching this moment with the Lionsgate new moon, I thought this was a good deck to use, Sacred Rebels, because the Aquarian energy can be rebellious. It's very independent, right? But it's sacred rebel energy, and I love that. All right, let's pull one of those for you. That's by Alana Fairchild. Then I'll show you the deck I'm going to pull your 9 cards from as well. So settle in with me if you would, Scorpio. Take some time for yourself to relax, to oxygenate your brain. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Brings down the cortisol. Feels really good. Helps to raise the serotonin and dopamine in the brain. Helps to relax the body. Drop your shoulders, plant your feet on the floor. And while you're doing some deep breathing, I'm going to get your card for you. Sacred Rebels card. Where is it? For Scorpio, with the week of August 2nd through the 8th, Scorpio. I think it's that one right there. Diving for light, Scorpio. You're diving for light. That makes sense. Going deep, looking for the good stuff. I like that. All right, we're also using the Finestra Tarot today, and this is by Kshatriya, and I'm pulling 9 for you now. So, how have you been, Scorpio? I enjoy doing these readings so much, and I hope that you are enjoying them. If you're a subscriber, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. What are your favorite decks so far? How have you been doing with these full moon changes? All right, I'm going to cut there. There we go. I shuffled them plenty before I started the video. Just a few more on camera. All right. Have you been taking some time to yourself, diving for light? Yes, I think you have. First 2 cards show me that. Wowzers. Considering perhaps going somewhere, or if it's an internal journey, perhaps. You going on a walkabout? Let's see, Scorpio. Maybe you're wanting to run away, right? Because life's gotten kind of hectic and hard. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can keep up with all this stuff. I think last week, didn't I see that maybe you were considering moving house or traveling, changing location? That is still a potential. Or maybe you're planning a vacation for some of you. I don't know whether or not other people are on board with you about it, or whether or not you can even get the time off. Maybe that's a sticking point. But I think you are going to go to your supervisor and say, look, let's be fair here with the Justice card. I think I might need some time off. And that's for some of you. Yeah, under that, the Fool, wanting to take a new journey. And then there's the Emperor, having to ask the boss, can I go on vacation? So that's the first message I'm seeing. But also, these are 3 major arcana cards. This is empowering yourself to go on a journey or a mission just for you. And for some of you, this is an internal journey. You're diving for light, remember? All right, let's look at that. Number 11, diving for light. Scorpio, for you, for the week of August 2nd through the 8th. All right. It says, how brave are you? You are diving for light. It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. I think this might be about looking at the shadow. We all have light, we all have shadow. If you're facing some of your stuff and conquering some stuff inside, bravo. I applaud you. You may not feel that you've taken such a journey by choice, that you have taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power, wisdom, and creative juices. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. The Oracle of Diving for Light speaks of a time when you're called into the darker places through life circumstances, situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. It may be a creative block, a sense of being in a void of feelings, or depression. It could be rage, sadness, fear, or anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause. The shadow or darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there's a socially acceptable or obvious reason for it. You know, such as things like death, divorce, retrenchment, things like that. However, there may be no obvious justification for your experience in doing this. And that may be something people don't get right now about things you're going through. You're a very deep sign, Scorpio. Okay? So it may not be necessarily easy to explain. You don't need to explain yourself. You just need, maybe you could, you know, express yourself and say, you know, I'm going through something. I'm working on it. I'm working through it. That's all you need to say, right? All right, it says, you might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of this experience. Just know that you're actually on track and right where you need to be. All right. So, we could be looking at conquering some fears or some doubts or anxieties, things that have perchance been stumbling blocks for you in the past. And I think you're ready to see the light. I think you're ready to see the light about it, see the light of truth about it. And I say that because you're looking at it with the Hermit card, your very first card. I said the bottom of the deck was that Justice card. So this could be something about being fair to yourself and allowing yourself to start over. Allowing yourself to empower yourself to start over in things, to go maybe in a new direction. Maybe, that's fair, isn't it? We all get to redefine ourselves. We do. That's your prerogative. You get to redefine yourself at any point, at any time. Most especially if you're doing this deep diving work because you're diving for light. You know what that means? Right now, I think, Scorpio, it means that you're trying to transmute what was negative into something more positive, to learn from it, to gain wisdom from it. And then you're an example for others and you can show them the way. That's beautiful. And the Justice says things will be righted. Okay? Things will be righted and you'll be able to take that leap of faith. So with the Hermit card, yes, you've been looking at things, really looking. And so you've seen a truth, or you will. You're seeing a truth here. You're looking for a new vista, a new way to go. You're seeking out a new path, a new way, a new understanding of something, okay? Or an answer. Perhaps you're seeking an answer from someone, and maybe the answer is within yourself. That's how I'm seeing it with the Hermit card, okay? Also, with this Two of Wands, it can very often mean going down, a new path. And with the Hermit, also, the Hermit very often goes off on a path on their own. So if you're looking to go somewhere on your own, just to do some, okay, I hate to use air quotes, So forgive me for the air quotes, Scorpio, but to find yourself. Maybe you need to go somewhere by yourself to find yourself, okay? Just that. It's, you know, going on a deep dive. Bringing some light to some of the shadows. And doing some deep healing. This is a beautiful time for that at Lionsgate because it very much awakens our soul. But it also opens our third eye so that we can see. We can actually intuit from the universe the truth about what enlightens our soul. It helps us to become enlightened, which is really just being able to see the truth, right? Next line. Why am I saying this? Because I'm seeing the Three of Swords. And you know, this is very often heartbreak. You're looking at your pain. You're also looking at what makes you happy. This is the center card in your reading today. So when this is next to this is about your feelings. The things that have hurt you and the things that have made you happy. Then the things that you've run away from, the lies you've believed, the lies you've told yourself, the denial you've been in. It's all of it. It's this, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing the full spectrum of being human. Okay? Right, Scorpio? It's like this is you looking inwardly at the full spectrum of what it means to be human. And being fair to yourself, finally. Do you know what I mean? Being fair to yourself and allowing yourself to do that. To ask yourself, well, what is it that I need to cleanse and clear? Because I now understand that that's the way to wisdom. And wisdom is the way to peace and healing. And that is the way to joy. Right? That's how we actually can breathe easy, free to be me, and happy in the world despite any circumstances. That's kind of what that is. And that happens during Lionsgate. We really, it's like the universe aligns for us to see things that we have never seen before. And then during the Leo season to have the courage to do so. And then also to have the courage to make the change we need to in order to free ourselves. Aquarius, Leo, axis. Free to be me, right? That takes a sacred rebel. So I have to say, this is encouraging you to do that work. And you know, some of you actually may want to physically go on vacation to do this. Maybe you're going somewhere to take time out for yourself in order to ask yourself where you have been avoiding the pain, but also avoiding the joy. Because when you avoid pain, guess what happens? There's a flip side. If you avoid your own pain, then you're numbing yourself, right? In your mind and in your heart. When you numb yourself from your pain, you're also numbing yourself from joy, from the good stuff, from feeling all the beautiful things. That's why apathy sets in. And that's when despair can set in. And depression. So that's why you've made this aha decision. You know what? I can't do that anymore because I want to feel alive. I want to feel that sense of vitality, aliveness, the richness that life has to offer. I want to be alive while I'm alive. Right? I want to be alive while I'm alive. I don't want to be dulled down because I'm afraid to go there and allow my feelings to indicate to me, to teach me what it is that their wisdom teaches. There's stuff there for you, nuggets of truth, nuggets of wisdom for you to find within yourself. All right, so Ace of Pentacles, I'm doing it differently. This is a new way of doing something. It can be a new job, yes. It can be a new home. It can be anything new, a new relationship. It can also just be a new way for you to do something. It can be a new way to do life, right? Whatever it is, though, it will last. It's a real change. It's tangible change. It's in your life. It's how you practice walking through your day every day. That's the suit of earth. And this is a new way. Because being like this, behind a wall, with your defenses up, or like this, apathetic and uninterested, even in the good stuff, because you're a little numb right now, maybe. Probably from hurt, from trauma, from things in your past, things that were not trustworthy. Maybe people lied to you. Maybe, someone broke your heart. Maybe you just couldn't go there because any of those feelings overwhelm you. Or maybe you are going there to the point where you can't dig yourself back out of the well. If you're in a well of depression, if you've been despairing. And this is really saying, you're going to do it differently now. An Ace of Swords is, I know now, I have the new thought, and it's a brilliant new idea that you're taking action on to make happen with the earth, from your mind into reality. So in other words, you're making it happen. You're making it happen. You're making a change. I think you know you need to drop your defenses, break that wall down inside yourself so that you don't feel apathetic, so that you don't despair, so that you don't feel numb. And I think that this Justice card on the bottom of the deck is saying it's time for you to be fair to yourself. And not only that, it's time for you to be fair to those you love, because they love you. And if you're in a state where you're unavailable, like emotionally, then it's not really fair to them because they're not getting the best of you. You're not getting the best of you, and neither is anyone else. So this being offered to you, these hands, the hand of the universe offering you, see the truth, and then begin again. Start over. Do it differently. Take some time to yourself. Go wherever you need to go. Be with yourself. That's what this is saying. Diving for Light is a serious card. It's one of the most transformational and healing cards in this deck. And I have to say, Scorpio, it's brave work. And I wish you well. You're the one to do it. You're a Scorpio. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude, most especially within yourself. Okay? Take the time to do it. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And I'll be here for you next week. All right? I'll see you then. Thanks so much. Take care.